Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Apologies for being late. I know we're far behind schedule today. A lot of
Apologies for being late. I know we're far behind schedule today. A lot of
yeah. So how have you all been? It's nice being on another edition of the show.
All been? It's nice being on another edition of the show.
The Family Life Today show by
Family Life Today show by
we have a lot of wonderful guests on the show.
We have a lot of
today.
Wonderful guests on the show today.
Those two, anyway. Let me not say a lot.
Let me not say a lot. We have two.
This is the first time having two people, two special guests on the show.
Special guests on the show.
Yeah. So, it's just come along as we go on in this. Oh, welcome. We're live already.
Welcome.
Hello, we can hear you. We're live. So welcome to our viewers once again. It's nice having you on the show. And we have specially today, we have Becky and Lola Olawu. Please join me to welcome them specially. We appreciate you. Thank you for the honor. Thanks for being on here today. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So, Sexuality is a certified teen mentor, sex and sexuality coach, and an associate family life practitioner. She handles projects that focuses on equipping parents with the right skill set, guiding the young in maximizing their potential, helping singles become self-aware and be independently empowered as well. So join me to welcome her specially to this special edition alongside Mr. Eri. I can see his face. Also, we have Lola Ambani, who is a family life practitioner as well. She is an identity coach and a teen mentor. You can see that it's going to be exciting today. Yeah, for our young ones especially. She helps individuals and organizations to consciously and intentionally discover their full potential for maximum growth. Join me to welcome Lola Jani once again. Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you. Thank you. So it's going to be exciting today. Yeah. So on identity, what exactly is self-identity? Can you just give us a brief introduction on what identity really is? Over to you, Lola.
I can't really hear what's going on. The noise is a little bit. I don't know if it's from my hand. Is it from my hand? Can you hear me?
Okay.
The noise is too much. I can't hear. Okay. I think it's better now. So where is our host? Can you hear me, Becky?
Can you hear me, Becky?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
All right.
Please, is the noise from my hand?
I don't know.
The noise from my hand. Oh Lord, my Father, take control. Hello, Becky. Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think it's better.
Okay, so it's better.
So like I missed some things. Can you please? Should I have the floor and I can start speaking now?
yes, please. Please go ahead.
So good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Lord. Please, is the noise from my hand? Can anyone hear the noise? It's disturbing. Is it from my hand?
Anyone has two devices on
Anyone has to do
I have just one, so I don't know what's really going on.
Okay, you can you just maybe you go out and come back in? Can you go out and come back in?
Can you mute yourself?
No, can you go out and come back in? Go out and come back in, okay? Okay.
I think it's from my hand.
Yeah, it is. Apologies once again. Okay. So we don't go straight to sexuality. Yeah, what is, I mean, there's a relationship between identity and sexuality. What is this concept of sexuality? What is it really about?
Okay. Sexuality is just the expression of how your maleness or your femaleness, that's how it's supposed to be right from time. Yeah, so it's the expression of your sexual gender. Let me put it that way. How male you are, how female you are, what differentiates you from the male, what differentiates you from the female. That's from the beginning how it is before we have other kind of genders coming in. All these
there's a lot of colors to it now.
Other genders, right? That you understand.
Colors to it now.
Yes, but actually, sexuality, the real definition of sexuality is how maleness you are or how femaleness you are, as in the sense that what differentiates you from the other gender. Like, okay, I'm a female. What's the difference between me and the male? So the expression about me that makes me a female, the expression about the other person that makes him a male, that you can see, that you really know that, okay, because this person has this thing, this person has this thing, this person behaves this way, that makes him a male.
Because this person has this thing, this person has this thing,
sexuality.
This person behaves this way.
Yeah, so sex actually is let's say a short form of sexual intercourse. Sex is just the sexual act between, said earlier, we have more than two genders now. So sex is just the sexual act between two or more people. Yes, so that's the definition of sex and sexuality. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so
So,
much.
having this understanding of
Having
sexuality
this
and sex,
understanding of sexuality,
should we? Because what I see
should
now
we?
is
Because
that,
what I see
you
now
know,
is
sexiness, it's more like the main
that,
thing.
you know, sexiness, the
For
main
some
thing.
people, it's everything totally. So,
For some
should we
people, it's
allow it to
everything
define
totally.
us?
So, should we allow it to define us?
Should that be the totality,
Should
the
we?
Should that be totality,
everything we do, the way we show up,
everything we do,
and
the way we
our
show up,
identity?
and
If
our
we don't look
identity?
sexy, then
Don't
we are
look
not confident
sexy, then,
enough. I see a lot of
we are
that
not
around me with
confident
our
enough.
young
I
ones.
see a
Can
lot
you
of
just
that around
enlighten
me
me?
that are young ones. Can you just enlighten me?
Please, can you come again? I didn't get that question very well.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
you just mentioned that sexuality
you just mentioned that sexuality
uh, is a
Yeah.
person's identity in
is a
relation
person's
to their
identity in
gender, right?
relation to their gender, right?
Yes.
So, should we allow it?
So, should we allow it?
What I see majorly
What
around
I
is
see majorly
uh,
around is
a lot of people don't have any other
a lot of
identity
people don't have any
other
other
than,
identity.
yeah, being
Yeah,
sexual. You
being
understand?
sexual.
Being
You
sexy,
understand?
rather. Yeah,
Being
yeah.
sexy,
You know,
raga.
sexy is
You know,
everything.
sexy is
Everything is
everything.
about being
Everything is
sexy.
about being
And so
sexy.
when they don't
And so
feel
when
they are
they don't
sexy
feel they
enough,
are sexy enough,
then they are not confident
then
enough.
they are not
Should that
confident enough.
be
Should
what
that
defines
be
us?
what
Should that be
defines
what
us? Should
our
that be what
identity
our identity
is inked on?
is inked on?
Okay. Now I get it. Actually, the social media social media has a lot to play when it comes to self-worth and self-identity, how we see ourselves and all that. The social media and then the digital world that we're in now has a major part to play. You see people on social media come on, with filter,
Come
come
on,
show
with
themselves.
filter.
We have lots of filters now, and most of those filters is to help our, let me say, inadequacy. Okay, somebody that doesn't have a smooth face, snap and then make her face very smooth and all that, put it on social media. Somebody that is not busty, adjust herself, make it so it makes it look like it's a trend. Like, okay, if you are not busty, you're not beautiful. If you don't have hips, you're not beautiful. If your face is not smooth, if you don't have a very beautiful, like, a nice face with a nice pointed nose, you're not that beautiful. So then that they give social media give a kind of like a template that the young ones, especially most of our young ones with low self-esteem, when they see such things and they look at themselves, they feel like, okay, I don't have enough brain. They start feeling self-conscious, like, okay, I'm not beautiful. People will not like me. Do you understand? That people will not like me. Okay, I have to improve. That's why many of them go for cosmetic surgery. I have to enlarge my breast. I have to enlarge my hips. I have to put some more Botox for people to love me. So actually, our background, our upbringing have a lot to play in that area. Okay, like I was sharing on my status this morning, that the part parents play in building up a child's self-esteem and self-worth, that part is very, very important. Like when I was growing up, my elder ones used to make jest of me that I have big eyes, like my eyes are very big. That in fact they used to say that if I'm in the dark and I open my eyes, nobody needs touchlight because they will see my eyes. That's how big it is. It's actually a joke, but I actually took it personal. Like I started believing that yes, I have very, very big eyes, that whenever I'm outside and I'm conscious of, okay, maybe somebody's looking at me, I will try to reduce my eyes, like so that the person will not see how big my eyes are. One way our self-worth is being built, the way our parents talk to us, the way our siblings talk to us, they may feel like, okay, this we are just making actually it affects someone's self-identity. And when the person goes out, the person will start seeing a lot of inadequacies in the way he or she looks. And okay, say, okay, I need to work on myself. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm very ugly. People will not accept me because of that. So actually that thing is very common among our youths, among our teens nowadays. It's just the impact, one of the negative side of social media, and that is rubbing up on our self-esteem. Yes.
Mm,
So I believe I've
mm.
answered that question.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. So
Yeah, yeah,
thank you
yeah,
for that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, thank you for
So
that.
how can they
So,
better
how can they
build on
better
their
build on their
self-esteem,
self-esteem,
or you know,
or you know,
and also to have
and also to
a
have
true
a
understanding
true
of their
understanding
design,
of their design,
so that it will not just be
so that
hinged
it will not just be hinged.
quality. Did you get that?
Okay.
Did you get that?
Like you're talking about parents, how parents can help.
No. Yeah, how
No,
parents
yeah,
exactly
how
can help.
parents
Mhm.
exactly can
Yeah,
help.
the young
Yeah,
ones. Yeah.
the
Um,
young ones. Yeah.
Even from
I,
adults
I
Even
too
from
still have
adults
these
too, still
issues
have
as
these
well.
issues as well.
okay. One major way is working on self-esteem. I remember there was a time Zura Olowe was talking. I think she was preaching in um recently, and she was saying that when somebody tell her that you're beautiful, she will respond that I know, because she is privileged, like lucky to have a mother that do tell her you're looking very beautiful, and so if somebody
Yeah.
outside says you're beautiful, yes, she already, because somebody has helped build her esteem. So it's not going to come as a shock to her. Okay,
Mm,
like in my case, when somebody tell me outside that you have a lovely eyes, I'll be feeling like the person is insulting me, or the person is
wow,
abusing me,
wow,
Wow,
wow.
because of
wow,
what I've
wow.
had from my people at home. So one good way parents can help their children in building self-esteem is by not focusing on the inadequacies. I can't say inadequacies. Let me say, and on some, like maybe body shaming, by not focusing on some things about the child that will make the child so conscious. Maybe the child is kind of big, on the big side. You start saying you are fat, you are too fat. Why are you that thing can be affecting the esteem of the child. The child will start thinking, I am very fat, I'm so fat.
Mm,
So one way to help the child have a good esteem is by talking positive things, saying positive things to the child, letting the child understand that, okay, you're beautiful the way you are. If you can help your child to understand herself, his or herself, know herself, love herself the way she is, if she go out there, she can't feel intimidated by what is happening around her, what her
yeah.
friends has that she doesn't have. In fact, she won't even feel like she doesn't have it. She won't feel like
Mm,
she doesn't have it.
Mm.
There's I saw one reel recently of a girl that's wonderfully made. I think she has this genetic disorder that makes her look older than her age. And but she has a very good self-esteem that she would dress up. I think she has a show. I didn't really I can't remember her name. She has such a very good self-esteem that she will be telling herself, I'm very beautiful, I'm so pretty, and it's because because there was one part where the mother was she was telling her mother that, am I not beautiful? And the mother said, yes, you're very beautiful. But no, some mothers will just say, you didn't see yourself. Okay, go and look yourself in the mirror. Look at your nose. Look at your nose. Look at this. So if we parents can help our children to focus on their strength, firstly, let them focus on their strength, magnifies the good things that they do, magnify that everything about them. You don't have to tell them they have big nose. What even makes you know that they have big nose? What is the measurement? Who told you that, okay, there's a measurement for how big a nose is or how small a nose is? How do you know that the height is too big or the height is too small? It doesn't, because a lot of people do not have big eyes. Does not mean that the ones that have big eyes are They are unique, they are not abnormal. So telling them that, oh, because they didn't have what this other person has, is making them, you are now making it like magnifying, like look at your head, very big head, and now that what you're just doing, you're affecting their self-esteem. So but let them appreciate themselves, let them love themselves, tell them the good things, because
So
you as a
let
parent,
them
you are the first
appreciate themselves. Let
influencer
them
that
love.
they have in their life. So if you magnify those things, you let them love themselves by telling them the things that they need to hear. When they go out, they can't be they can't be moved. They can't feel like they don't have breasts. They have a small this thing. They have small breasts. They have they don't have buttocks. They don't have. I remember me when I was growing up. I started developing breasts at the age of 14, 15. I have my all my friends already have breasts. In fact, in secondary school, they will be talking about their bra size, their this thing. They went to buy bra. I didn't have breasts. I didn't have breast at all. So, but my parents never really talk about me having small breasts. They never. So to me, I just feel like, okay, it's time. When it's time, I'm going to have it. But assuming they are not saying, yeah, you should have gotten breast by now. Now, why don't you have breast? It make me so conscious of something's wrong with me. I should have started developing breast. And then when the breast will start coming, I will start thinking, oh, okay, this thing is too small. Then I'll be feeling inadequate. Like, okay, let me look for ways to make it big, to make it bigger. So that's one way that parents influence, and that's one way they can help children to have a healthy self-esteem.
Thank you.
This is what
Thank
I
Thank you.
think.
Thank
you. That was
That
really,
was
that
really
was
that was
nice one. A really
nice
nice
one. A
one.
really nice one.
So parents, we
So
have a lot of
parents, we have
work
a lot
to
of
do
work
here.
to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
Yeah, by
affirming our
affirming our
children,
children,
you know,
you know,
by
by
making them
making them
aware of
aware
their
of their
strengths instead
strengths
of
instead of
bringing
bringing
what
what
we term
we
as
term as
weaknesses, bringing it to
weaknesses,
their
bringing
face
into
all
their
the
face
time and
all the
making
time
it
and
their
making
reality.
it their reality.
So we have a
So
lot
we have
to
a
do
lot to do
in
in
reaffirming our
reaffirming
children,
our
and this will
and
help
this will
them,
help
to
them,
even
to even
discover themselves,
discover
to
themselves,
understand
to
themselves
understand themselves
and their
and their
identity.
identity.
And it
And
will help
it
them
will
to
help
hinge
them
their
to hinge their
identity on
identity
what
on
is
what is
positive
positive
as against all the
as
negative.
against all the negative.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thing.
Okay, so
Okay, so
we see that
we see
the
that
this the media,
the
like
media,
you mentioned
like you
earlier,
mentioned earlier,
is the
Mm.
push,
push,
for a lot of
for
these
a lot
things,
of
uh,
these things,
negativities with regards to sex and
uh,
sexuality. A lot of
negativities with
young ones,
regards
they've
to sex
adopted it
and
as the real
sexuality.
thing and the
A lot of
reality.
young ones they've adopted it as the real thing
So
and the
how
reality.
can one live without
So
having? How
can
can people
one live without
without having
how
their mind
can
polluted
people
with
without
all
having
that is
their mind
going on social
protected?
media?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello,
Can
did
you
you
hear
get
me?
that?
Hello?
Yeah, okay, you went
Did you
off.
get that?
No, you went off towards the end.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I
Please,
said,
can
how
you?
can
Okay. I said, how can
people live, especially our young ones,
people live, especially our
without having
young
their
ones,
mind polluted with
without
all that
having
is
their mind
going
polluted
on
with
social
all that
media?
is going
What social
on
media is
social media?
pushing
What
out to
social
them
media is
as the
pushing out to
ideal,
them as the ideal
Mm.
where sexuality and sex is
where
concerned.
sexuality and sex is concerned.
Okay. There's this part of my affirmations that says, "What I focus on grows." Yes. So what you focus on actually determine where your mind, your attention, everything goes. So in this era that we're in, you can't say you can avoid. Okay, it's not like why I was growing up then that sex is something that you don't talk about. Even pornography materials, it's not something that you get easily, that you, even when you get it, you hide it. Those kind of things doesn't come easily then, when morality is still very high then. But now there's no how you can avoid it. in advertisement, you see sex is oozing out wherever you go, you billboard, all manner of things. Even when you're not looking for it, you see sex everywhere. You see sex around you everywhere.
Mm.
And even in the things you buy, products that you buy, you just some things, there was this adverts on DSTV. This mini what one advert, and I was just wondering, they're advertising something that children eat a lot, and then you're now talking about sexy kind of, like how the girl is looking sexy and stuff.
That's
So
what
sex
sells.
is everywhere. That's what sells. Yeah, sex actually sells. Yes, sex sells easily because it gets people's attention. So, but one way you can just be above all this is just by being intentional. You have to be intentional about what you want. Now, you can't say you have to close your eyes. This thing, if you close your eyes, you will see you see this thing around you. But you need to know what is it that you want. What do you want? If you know, okay, this is kind of lifestyle I want. I want to be sexually free. I want to be abstain sexually. I don't want to make wrong sexual decision. Then you go for the things that you want. Okay, if something says come up and you know that it's going to affect your state of mind, just change the channel and quickly work on your mind. Everything start from the mind, even the sex start from the mind. Nobody can say, okay, sex is a temptation. I didn't know, I just fell into it. It starts from your mind. It actually starts from the mind. So what you need to focus on is how to avoid the things that you're saying to take root in your mind. So as you see them, don't let them abide in you. As the thoughts is coming, replace them with positive, healthy thoughts. So you I and if you're one that, okay, yanga wahala dey sleep, drop go wake am, or yanga dey sleep, drop go wake am, you carry a sexy book, because I remember then, years ago, I would say I'm immune, I'm strong, I'm a strong woman, I'm not going to feel anything. I will now carry novel that has a lot of sex scene inside. I'll be reading. At the end of the day, I'll start feeling somehow, start feeling bad. Oh, I wish I have a boyfriend. I wish we were going to get married. All those things is because of the things I read. So you need to focus on the things that you want. What is it that you want firstly? And then what are the things that you need to feed your mind that will help you conquer the thoughts, those sexual thoughts as they are coming. What are the things that you need to feed your mind that will help you put you in place, that will help you achieve the things you want to achieve? You understand? So what you focus on, you need to really know the things you have to be intentional. Okay, let me just use that word. You have to be intentional about the things you see, about the things you read, about the things you listen to. All those things, they matters. You have to be intentional about them. So if you are very intentional about it and you feed yourself more with the right stuff, with the right information, when those wrong information and the things you don't want comes into it, the ones you have fed yourself with can easily overtake them, can easily replace them. So I think that's just it. You have to just be intentional about what you want and be focused on what that thing that you want. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
but
much.
for
Thank you.
our
Yeah, but
young
for
ones,
our young ones,
the
Mm.
teenagers
the
most times,
teenagers most
well,
times,
generally now,
well,
what is on their mind is
now, it is on
exploration. They want
their
to
mind is
explore.
exploration. They want to explore.
There's peer pressure as well. So intentionality is
There's
actually
peer pressure as well.
something
So
close to
intentionality
what
is
they want
actually
to do a lot of times in this
something
area.
close
So
to
is there
what
any
they want
other
to
way
do a
they
lot of
can
times in this
navigate
area.
it, or parents can
Is
help
there any
them?
other way they can navigate this, or parents can help them?
Um I always admonish parents to start sex education as early as zero zero age 0 to age 18, because you don't have to wait till when they are old enough to have boyfriend, then you now say, oh, you don't have boyfriend. Okay, when I started my period late also. I started my period at the age of 16, and I remember that morning when I saw my period, and my sister was saying, ah, Don't let any boy come near you. You are now a woman. Don't let any man come near you. That's actually a wrong sex education. Because at the age of 16, I already know what sex is. I know what it means for somebody to get pregnant and all that. So she telling me that don't let any man come near you is actually a wrong form of information. Sex education is supposed to have started as early as 0 age. When I mean 0 age, okay, my son is 6 months plus going to 7 months. As young as he is, though I know it's against our culture, African culture, and anything, I'm trying to teach him respect and boundaries. I'm trying to teach him consent. So at this age, if I want to even change his diapers, I would, though he can't speak, but I am communicating with him. Can I change your diapers? That's I'm communicating consent to him. I'm letting him know, okay, this is what I want to do. So, and I believe as he grows older, he will understand that, okay, if somebody wants to go to my private part, the person needs to ask for my permission. So that's those are example of sex education, because every age have the appropriate sex education that you need to give. You don't wait till when your child is 13, 14 before you start talking about boyfriend. No. By the time they are that age, they should be able to make decision for themselves. So by that time, they should know that by the age of 14, 15, where they will be under peer pressure, they should know that, okay, when if there any decision I'm making is a decision that can affect my future, am I ready for it? Then you are not going to be there when they make such decision. So, but you're supposed to have equipped them with the right information that when they get to that point where their friends are making those decisions, where their friends are pressurizing them, and they find themselves in a situation where they have to make such decision, they need to know the right thing to do. So it's something that the parents supposed to have started as early as 6 months, 18 and 12 months, 18 months, as in from 1 year upward and all that. It's not when they get, because definitely you can't avoid in this present age. No teenager can avoid peer pressure. There's peer pressure everywhere. It doesn't have to come from their friends. It comes everywhere. Like that social media too is also a form of pressure too. And then societal pressure and what have you. So, but parents have work to do by equipping their children with the right sexual information. So, and like I said earlier, every age have its own and the appropriate sex education that you need to give them. Every age has it. So if you have equipped your children with the right information and all that, just go and sleep. They will know what to do. They will know what to do per time. So when they get to where their friends are supposed to be pressurizing them, they are even the one influencing their friends. Yeah. Thank you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I
For
can't
pe-
hear you.
can you hear me now?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
For
Yes.
parents that did not start that
For
early,
parents
they are
that
not
did not start
getting
that early,
exposed
they are not getting exposed
to this knowledge and
to
understanding
this knowledge and understanding
at this point in time.
at this point in time.
Okay. Now, the goal of every parent is to be your child's friend. Now, you shouldn't say, okay, because I've started late, now let me start, and then you now sit your child down, you now start talking sex. Oh, don't do this, don't do this, and then you expect your child to open up to you. Your child is not going to open up. Firstly, what you need to do is try to gain the trust of your child. If you realize, okay, I'm late in what's in this thing that I should have started long ago, and now you realize that, okay, I need to start doing this. What you first need to do is try to gain the trust of your child, because there are a lot of things that you're supposed to have taught that child that it has passed. Now, if you gain the trust of your child, opportunities will be coming up where you need to be imputing the information for that child, like like a system. Opportunities will be coming up for you once you gain the trust of your child. So the first thing you need to do is, how can I be my child's friend? Be your child's friend to the point where when your child have a first kiss, you be the one that he or she is going to tell. And you should be the friend that your child should be able to trust you, that if I tell mommy this, she's not going to flare up. you know I have my 10-year-old nephew stays with me, and some days ago I asked him, why did you lie to me? He said, because I don't know how you're going to handle the truth. And I was so humbled, like, what? He just started staying with me. So he was so used to that lying kind of. So I was trying to set him right. So when I asked him that question, and then he said, I don't know how you're going to handle the truth. If I say the truth, you're going to beat me. And I have to start telling him that, okay, I have to start reorientation for him to understand, okay, this how I'm going to, and I know it's going to take time. So that's the level or what every parent should aim at. Be your child's friend and learn. This present age, a lot of things are happening that during our time, it was not happening, as in they don't born you well for some things that you can't even think of it, not to talk of you doing it. So when such things happen, don't show shock, don't show don't let your child see your expression. Like, if there's any expression you want to show, just be neutral. And then with time, your child will know that, okay, anything I tell mommy, she's going to take it. She's not going to crucify me for it. She's not going to beat me up for it. So your child will start opening up and opening up and opening up. So all those years that you have missed, as your child is opening up, you'll be imputing those things that you're supposed to have done in the past. You'll be correcting it and be doing it right. So for a parent that finds his or herself in that shoe, the first thing you need to do is gain your child's trust. Be your child's friend. Then before you can now start, okay, let's do sex education.
Thank
I believe I've
thank
answered
you.
that question.
Thank you. You've done
You've
justice to
done
it.
justice to
I
it.
will still
Yeah.
drag
I
it
will still
further
drag it
because
further
we ask
because
for
we ask
questions
for
from people,
questions
and
from
one
people,
question I
and
have
one
here is,
question I have here is,
how do I talk to my
how do I talk
teenage
to my
son
teenage
about
son
girls
about girls
and
and
sexuality?
sexuality?
Sometimes it seems
Sometimes it
knows
seems
much more,
much more,
and even when I
and
try to
even when I
engage
try
him,
to
he
engage him,
simply just
simply
wouldn't
just wouldn't
open up.
open up.
So that I
So
want us to
that
take
I
it a
want us to take
level
it a
higher.
level
If you can
higher.
just give
If you
us
can just
maybe
give
one or
us
two
maybe one or
ways
two
of
ways of
gaining their
gaining
trust.
their trust.
I think that will
I
help
think
the
that will
person
help the
asking this
person
question.
asking this question.
Okay. So the first thing you need to do as a parent is check yourself. Check yourself. What kind of parenting are you? What kind of parenting skills are you using on your children? If you are the kind of parents that any small thing you have carried cane and you are beating them, any small thing and go to the silent corner or this thing, punishment, all those things, they see you as a parent, as a judge, as a tormentor. Let me put it that way. A teenager has even called her parent my tormentor, that she can't wait to get out of the house because they torment her a lot. So you have to check, what kind of parents are you? Are you the kind of parent that is patient? You need to be patient. So learn, work on yourself first. Check yourself, even check me, because most of the times our parenting skills is a reflection of our past, of the things that we ourselves have been through, how we were raised. We are kind of unconsciously reflecting it in the life of our children, unconsciously. So that parent need to work on his or herself first, heal, because many times we beat out of frustration, not because the child needs it. We correct out of anger, not because the child actually needs to be corrected. So we parents, we need to heal up first, then check how you are handling your child. Are you handling your child the way your child needs to be done? Needs to be handled. You need to understand your child's personality. You need to understand your child's love languages, and then you start speaking. You see, parenting sometimes you have to act like the mumu. You have to act like you are the son or you are the child and your son is the parent. It has to come to that point that it's not easy actually. But if you really, Yoruba used to say that the person that wants to eat honey should not look at the mouth of the axe. If you really eat honey out of the rock, yes, eat honey out of the rock. You should not look at the mouth of the axe. If you are really aiming at something, there are times that you yourself, you need to sit down and be educated by your child. Now, if your child sees that you get to that point where you are listening more, you are accommodating more, and then it will be easy for your child to start learning how to trust you. Your child will start coming to you if you are. some parents, when they get to that point of realization, or the self when they get to that point of yes, I realize I've made a mistake in the parenting that I'm doing and stuff, they call their children and apologize to them. And then they start asking question, how do you want me to treat you? How do you want to be treated? Okay, how do you want me to be the best mother or the best father? And in that way, you actually have apologized, and you say you're going to change. Please stick to your promise. And when your child starts seeing changes, they'll start warming up to you. And when you start being accommodating, and then you are being friendly, and they start seeing you as a friend, that, oh yes, mommy has really, really changed. Daddy has really, really changed. Then it will be easy for them to start coming closer to you and start opening up to you, because they have learned to trust you. So it's actually a gradual process. It's not something that you expect, and overnight, and you expect results. It's a gradual process, but it's actually possible, and you will really, really get results for that. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you, thank
you
you,
for
thank
that.
you, thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
that.
Our parents, Rome
Our
is not built
parents,
in a
Rome
day.
is not
So
built.
In a
it
day,
takes
yes.
So it
intentionality
takes
is our word,
intentionality is our word,
Mm-hmm.
and being
and being
consistent,
consistent,
and being
Yeah.
and
conscious
being
of your actions
conscious of
also.
your action also.
Thank
Mm.
you. We are sorry about
Thank
all
you.
the
We are sorry about
technical
all the
issues today. Please, I'll bring
Big
on
deal.
our
Yeah.
second
day.
guest
I'll
again
bring
today.
on
I hope
second
uh,
guest again
no
today. I
technical
hope
issues tied off from our end. Let's check it out.
no technical
Thank you
issues
so
tied off
much.
from my
Thank
end.
you, Becky. We appreciate
Let's
it.
check it
It's
out.
been
Mm.
deep insights this
Thank you
evening. Thank
so
you.
My
much. Thank you.
my
Appreciate it.
You're
pleasure.
welcome back,
Thank you so much for
Lola.
having me. I appreciate.
It's this evening.
Thank you
Yes.
much more. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you much more. Thank
How is
you.
it?
Thank
Mm.
you.
Oh,
Oh, it's today.
wow, wow, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay, okay. Just briefly, can
Okay,
you
okay.
give us
Just briefly, can you give us
um
um
something? You are a family
something?
as
You are a
well.
family
So,
as well.
okay, so how can
Okay,
I
so how can I
design?
define
What likely questions? This
what
for
likely
both
questions?
parents
This for
and
both
and
parents
um
and
young adults as well.
young adults as well.
That's under identity.
That's
What
under
likely questions
identity.
should
What
I ask?
questions
You
can
know,
I ask?
uh,
You know,
and what
uh,
will
and
understanding
what will
myself do for
understanding
me?
myself do for me?
Did you get that?
Did you
Mm.
get that?
Okay. Self identity.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Um. I'm actually I'm a preacher of self-esteem, self-identity, self-worth. Because if you can get it right, you'll be able to you're able to understand or know the right sexual decision to take. Because all these things start from who are you. Now, if you
Who am
understand
I?
who you are,
Who
you
am
will
I?
know the right thing expected of you, and you know the right thing that you're supposed to do part time. When it comes to self identity, how do you identify yourself? Who do you see yourself to be? Years ago, when I started working on this sexual abstinence part, I look at it like, okay, sex sex is a common commodity anybody can give, but what you get out of it depends on who you are. I used to say, okay, me, if I give sex and somebody give me 10,000, 50,000, I think I'm being cheated, because it's this same sex somebody give somebody. I give a man, and she was being taken to Dubai for shopping, taken to Paris for holiday and all that. So I felt like, okay, if I want to have sex now, my sister said one thing many years ago, and it seems to talk with me. She said, "Tó bá fẹ́ jọ̀pọ̀lọ́, kó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ èyí tó lẹ́yin nínú." if you really want to have this sex, why don't you just have it in a way that even you yourself, you know that, okay, I am, this is what I'm getting out of it. Do you understand? So I saw myself as the identity I gave myself then was that I'm too precious to have sex and not have anything to show for it. If I'm going to have sex, let me have sex for love. And when I mean love, I mean with the right person that loves me, that I know that is not going to leave me, and that's my husband. Then if I'm not going to have sex with my husband, then let me have it with the president of US, because I know, okay, that person will, I'm a side chick of president of US, and then I'll become popular. It will give me fame. Or let me have it with a billionaire that will give me. Do you understand? Actually, I'm not saying that you should have that kind of identity, but that was the identity I gave myself then, and actually helped me. It really helped me to keep my sexual um to keep myself sexually. So identity really, really matters. If you raise your child up with the identity of a princess, like you are a princess, you'll be a queen, and your king, who is going to be your husband, is going to cherish you, is going to love you. So as a queen, I do tell my girls around it that as a queen, you're not supposed to be having sex with a guy in a gutter, because yes, some girls do it, or in a toilet. So what image are you projecting to that person? If you see yourself as a queen, you know that, yeah, you are not supposed to be having sex in a hidden place where people will not, when people hear, they will look at you in a bad manner, or in a way that is not right. So you need to create an identity for your children. Let them know, okay, this is who they are, and because of who they are, there are some things that is not expected of them. There is some things that's not okay, like this my nephew that I said he lies a lot. He has this he's so creative. He has this imaginative mind. He imagines a lot. So he doesn't know and something that is not real. So when you start talking, he will be telling you things that he thought happened, which did not actually happen. So there many times I will be asking him questions to really shift the reality from the imagination. So one of the ways I was working on him, I'm working on him presently, is creating his identity. Now, if he knows, okay, this is who you are, that's what I'm focusing on, and what I'm working on, and what I want him to know is self-identity. This is who you are. If you know this is who you are, you know that as a king, or as a general, or as a this, as a that, you are not expected to do this. You're not expected to do that. Now, if we can raise our children up with that self-identity, just go and sleep or go and rest. You'll be certain that your children, there are some things that your children cannot do. You understand? Even when they come to tell you that, I saw your daughter somewhere, I saw your daughter is doing this, your daughter is doing that. No, you know that, no, your daughter cannot do that. Your child cannot do that, because of the self-identity you have given them, and self-awareness, what they are aware of themselves, and they know that because they are this, they are not expected. And one thing I used to teach people is royalty as a queen, and to, okay, check the life of these royals in England. How do they live their life? Did they talk anyhow? Did they move anyhow? Did they um just date anybody anyhow? Are they living life anyhow? Those are the things that you need to create in the life of your children. Let them have this self-worth, self-identity. It will help them greatly in the sexual decision that they make. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you,
Parents,
thank you,
please let
thank you
this
so much.
royalty be
Parents, please let
ingrained in
this
these children,
royalty be
uh,
ingrained in
from
these
whatever
children,
age it is that they are
from
now.
whatever age
Even
it is
we
that they
as
are.
adults,
Mm.
we can
Even
also
we as
help us in the way
adults,
we
we
compare
can also
ourselves,
the
in the
way
way
we
we feel about
comfort
ourselves.
ourselves,
It will help our overall
we feel
self
about
perception and
ourselves,
self
to help
image, and
our
improve our
overall
self awareness
self-perception
also. Thank you very
and
much.
self-image.
Just
Thank you very much. Just
Thank
call it a day at this point. We've had a
call
lot
it a
of
day at this
issues and
point.
delays
We've had a
here
lot
and
of
there,
issues and
but we are
delays here
grateful
and
for
there.
to our special guest for thoughts, for the deep insights they've shared with us today. Thank you also for showing up as always. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lola. Apologies that technical issues, did not allow us to hear from you as much as we would have loved to. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you to our special guests. We appreciate you. Bye.
Thank you. My pleasure. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.